And welcome back to All Over the Map. Thanks for tuning in. On this episode, we have news of the day for the 21st of December, 2023. We're back to this series that I've done in the past where we feature 5 news events of the day or the week, and we find them on a map. So we locate it because, quite frankly, many people don't know where a lot of these locations are, and it's my hope that we discover where they are on a map. So we'll get into it. We'll do news of the day. We're going to do this game as a no move, or actually we're going to do this as moving, panning, zooming allowed challenge. No time limit, and the play along link will be in the description below. So what we'll do is we'll find the location, read the news article, and try to find it on the map. So let's get into it. Let's go and see where the first news event of the day takes us. And we've got Keflavik and Grindavik. And some of you from this might know what's happening, but it's the volcanoes have been erupting in Iceland. Yeah, it's been a pretty interesting thing. You got a lot of called fire and ice here in the northern Atlantic. And when I picked this location, it's interesting because it looks like let's say a lunar landscape, but definitely a different landscape, primarily from the volcanic, volcanic, I guess, remnants here, right outside of Reykjavik. So let's take a look at the news article here today. The Iceland volcano, what it's like to live with the fires of Reykjanes. After 800 years, volcanic activity has returned to the area, and it might last hundreds of years. So it's interesting because you grew up in Iceland. I guess this is part of the deal. But what's interesting for me is it's waking up again after almost 800 years of sleep. The last phase of this volcanic system lasted from 400 years, from 800 to the late 1200. So yeah, very beautiful scenes. I would say beautiful, not beautiful if you're near there, but beautiful scenes throughout this part of Iceland. So now we're going to look at where this is located. First and foremost, there's a lot of you. Here's where Iceland is. So northern Atlantic, I guess you could call it. And here's Reykjavik, the capital. And we've got Grindavik and Keflavik. So here we are. Not too far away from the Keflavik airport. The Blue Lagoon is actually a place I believe that, yeah, I was going to visit, but it's temporarily closed because it's awfully close to the volcano, I guess. But here it is, the bridge between two continents. What we're trying to look for is this road, which, if you look back, it's 41 or 24 kilometers to Keflavik and 15 to Grindavik. And yeah, so this is going to continue. Guessing that we're probably here. But in any case, there we are, Iceland volcanoes. And hopefully you get a perfect score on this. Yeah, so interesting. Okay, so we got palm trees, a mosque, and some buildings. And this right away is the Middle East. And we look around here, and we've got the Gaza seaports. And obviously this has been in the news for the last couple of months. Unfortunate situations in this part of the world. You never want to see war. You never want to see this sort of stuff, in my opinion. But yeah, so we've got, go to the news article here. This is CNN. By the way, all the articles to these events, these news events, are in the description below, so you can actually read the articles. My intent is actually to inform people, but also look at this from a geography standpoint. The reason why I do that is because geography plays a big part in geopolitics, in events, and why things happened, and oftentimes the news doesn't present it that way. So what my goal is with this particular series is to bring that to people. And in this one, the Israeli-Hamas war, as CNN calls it here, this is live coverage. I know this is a very delicate situation. You got a couple of things here. Israel said it's close to defeating Hamas in its final strongholds in northern Gaza. And we'll take a look at this in a second. And then tunnels in Gaza. But Gaza residents face toxic combination of disease, hunger, and lack of hygiene. The World Health Organization chief warns. So let's look at this on a map. Let's see where this is and find the location and why this is for me. Here's the Gaza Strip. So you got the Gaza Strip here. Here's Israel, and then we've got right here to the southwest we have the Sinai, which is part of Egypt. So, and then to the west, northwest is water. So there's not many places that people in Gaza can go to or to escape. They won't escape to the south to Egypt, and obviously here's Israel. So pretty tough situation there in the Gaza Strip. But as you see on a map here, this is where it is, because I can tell you there's a lot of people I can have conversations with today in the United States, and they're not going to know where this is on the map. They're not going to understand what's the importance. Why is it difficult for the folks in Gaza to escape or to leave? It's not many places to go. So let's just we are at the port here, I believe, in one of these, Blue Beach Resort, somewhere around there, or maybe we're here. But yeah, so it's interesting. If you had to put this to a test, for most 9 out of 10 Americans couldn't put this on a map. But there's a significance to it, because obviously the situation's Egypt's not going to want the folks there, to come across their border, and same with Israel. So kind of it's a little bit of a trapped situation, unfortunate situation there for all sides involved. So there we go. There we are. So we're a little further south there. Okay, so we get off to the next round, and we go from one danger zone on the news of the day to another danger zone for different reasons. But we got a lot of rocks here. We got the jungle of Central America here. And, I think this has come up on the news recently. This is more of something that's been brought to light over the past couple weeks and months with some social media folks. This is the Central American area of the Darien Gap, which is in Panama, but it's, you want to get from Colombia or South America to Central America and North America, you've got to go through the Darien. And a couple social media influencers have traversed this very dangerous area of the world. Probably one of the most dangerous areas of the world, to be honest with you. Besides Gaza, this is a danger area. But here's Manuel Monterosa set out for the United States last year with his cell phone and a plan. He'd record his journey through the dangerous jungle known as the Darien and post it on YouTube, warning other migrants of the perils that they would face. And maybe that's part of the thing too, as you see this. Are they doing it for the YouTube, or are they doing it for to bring light to folks of not to necessarily go this way? But unfortunately, people don't have a choice. People don't have a choice. They want to escape where they're from, or escape out and get to a better situation. They'll do whatever it takes. So anyway, muddy forest. You've got all kinds of different things here, which is, and I'll show it here on Wikipedia, but it's a very dangerous situation. There's no roads that go through it. It's jungle, it's forest. And not only did this Manuel do it, also a guy by the name of Bald and Bankrupt on YouTube, and somebody else did it recently where they traversed it. And honestly, you break a limb, you're not going to live, because there's no help. There's no one there to help you, notwithstanding the fact that you have folks that are going to come after you left and right, that live there. And here it says there's no road, not even a primitive one, across the Darien. One can bypass it by boat. And for some years, there's an unused ferry service. The only remaining option is the hike from Colombia to Panama by trail, which is possible, very strenuous and dangerous. Here's the other thing. Heavy rain and flash floods are frequent. Law enforcement, medical support are non-existent. Broken leg can be fatal, like I said. And we see here this route's been taken by hundreds of thousands of migrants. So in 2021, it's 130. And by mid-2023, 360,000 people had crossed the gap. So we're seeing hundreds of thousands of people cross the gap with the intention of getting to the United States or Mexico, further north. And this is a pretty good, summary on the Darien, why there's no roads. And then I think down here, here's the adventure travelers, people that wanted to go on the Pan American Highway and had troubles here, trouble trying to get through this part of the world. So one of the most dangerous parts of the world here, the Darien, we're going to find this on a map. You see there, see here, there's no road. So you can go roads from Alaska all the way down to Yavisa in Panama, but that's the end of the road. Then you got to cross this mountainous jungle terrain here. I know some people, I think, take, I forget where they come from, but over here to cross into the Darien and make it on their way up to the United States. That's the aim. So a lot of folks from Venezuela. So it's a very interesting part of the world. Most people don't realize the danger that exists here and how many people die every day trying to get north to North America. So I think this location's in this general area. Yeah, not too far away, but you see here 5 miles. I mean, to hike, that's a 5-mile journey. You're hiking 20, 30, 40 miles through mountainous terrain, some of which you lose your footing, you fall a couple hundred feet, maybe thousands of feet. So, yeah, not what people want to do, but people escape bad situations to get to a better situation all the time. Just want to bring some light to this, see where most people don't realize you can't go from North America to South America or South America to North America because of the Darien. And there we are. All right, so we go from there up to North America, and we're here at the Crater of Diamonds State Park, which to me is interesting. Crater of Diamonds. What a place this would be, right? What a place to visit. Well, this week, a man finds nearly 5-carat diamond in the Crater of Diamonds State Park in Arkansas. It's the largest diamond unearthed at the park since 2020. So there's the guy. There's the diamond that he found. Yeah, this is pretty interesting. Lepanto, Arkansas resident Jerry Evans found his 5-carat gem during a spring 2023 visit with his girlfriend, but recently discovered what he had unearthed, claiming he believed it was a piece of glass. He said he found it within 10 minutes of being at the park. I thought it might be a piece of glass. It was so clear, I really didn't know. We were picking everything thinking it was a diamond. So I didn't know, but then I know. Interesting, right? Like this is something more towards this story with this guy. But anyway, that 4.87 carat diamond, I'm no gemologist, but I gotta think that's probably somewhere between $30,000 to $100,000 in value. So, Crater of the Diamond State Park in Arkansas. We're gonna find this place because this is something that, honestly, I probably wouldn't want to visit, or my kids for sure. Finding diamonds. You want to find gold, and you want to find diamonds. You can definitely find diamonds here. That is the case, but something of that size. So we'll go off to Arkansas, and we look for Crater of the Diamonds. Got to be near Hot Springs. Crater of the Diamonds State Park. There's Lake California. Are we near Hot Springs? And honestly, with this one, when I select this on the map, I didn't really take a look at where this was. I just kind of Murfreesboro, Crater of the Diamonds. It's all Murfreesboro in the article. But yeah, Crater of Diamonds would be obviously close to the Hot Springs, old volcano or something, right? Pressure creates diamonds, as they say. Dirt fields for diamond digging. So we will definitely visit this place. We might even do at some point for future when we do it, and we'll do a vlog or something like that, right? So we'll go explore this one day because there's not only this, but there's Hot Springs National Park here. And there's the grave of Glenn Campbell. Glenn Campbell, the singer of what famous song? I know it's a country singer, but Glenn Campbell, If anybody knows Glenn Campbell, what song it is, comment down below. But there we are. Actually, it's not a new news event. This was something that happened over the past year, but just recently decided to, I guess, find out the value of it. I guess you got to get it appraised and stuff like that, and that might take a while. Crater of the Diamonds State Park. If you want to find diamonds and go digging for it, come to the United States. Come visit Arkansas, and your chances of finding a $30,000 to $100,000 diamond are pretty significant, I would say. So there we go for the fourth news event of the day. And the fifth news event of the day is we're off to Finland. Biking, riding bikes, Hesburger. Interesting little, not sure what this is here. If anybody knows what this is, it looks like almost like an elevator or a room or something. I'm not sure what this is about here. But anyway, we got people biking in this town in the north, in Finland. And why is this important? Let's deal with this. Well, Oulu, one of my favorite Finnish cities, haven't been, but I will be visiting sometime soon, is the winter cycling capital of the world. So a couple things, folks, with this news of the day. A couple of them are actually major news events that I pick. That's how I come up with 5 news events. Major news events, interesting news events, and then one that's sport related. So sport related, interesting news events, and major news events around the world. And we try to discover what's the importance of the sport, weather impacts, geography, right? This one, Oulu, is the winter cycling capital of the world. Where is Oulu? Where is it located? I was about to say, where does it reside? Doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but maybe I want to reside there. No, but anyway, the reason why I picked this one is cycling, obviously, a sport, an activity, but something you wouldn't really think of doing in the winter. However, in this Lapland city, they encourage their residents to cycle through the long, dark, snowy winters. And what can other cities learn from the pioneers of winter cycling? Well, it's always good to have activity. It's good for health. It's good for mental, all the stuff, right? And for the environment as well. So it's a crisp winter morning in the Finnish coastal city of Oulu, the 4th most northerly city in the world. Bet you didn't know that. Maybe people from Finland did. Just 60 miles south of the Arctic Circle. Last night there was a snowstorm, and today the temperature hovers around -5 degrees Celsius, 23 Fahrenheit. But that's not deterring the city's hardy cyclists. Everywhere you go, people of all ages flurry by over the fresh snow, wrapped in winter clothes, seemingly enjoying the brief, pale sunshine and bit of cold air. Winter cycling capital of the world. This person here cycles 17 miles to work every day. Hari Varala, a traffic engineer for the city of Oulu. Sometimes they take the longer route across the frozen sea. One time I realized I was late for a meeting and I stopped and joined it virtually in the middle of the frozen sea. So pretty cool here. Here's some pictures. The city of Oulu, these paths are cleared more often than actually roads, which is pretty awesome. And this is the other thing I thought was pretty interesting. City signage projected on groomed paths. So you see here for people, the bikes, it's from this little camera projector right there onto the path. Pretty cool, but you also have to have the infrastructure to do this. You have to have that bike paths or cycling paths, but I think this is something from what people could learn from around the world with the environment, with health and all that stuff. So many different benefits from doing this. And then the one other thing I want to note here is that 50% of kids in Oulu schools make the trip to school by bike, which is pretty fantastic. Not so sure if Santa will be visiting kids by bike, but this is certainly one interesting news article of today, the 21st of December. Winter cycling. Maybe you can go winter cycling, and if you've done winter cycling or if you've biked to work, let us know in the comments down below. And let's look this up. Let's see how close we are. We're far north. Far north. We're in the same latitude as Reykjavik, not quite. But here's Oulu, one of the largest northerly cities in the world, and we were downtown Oulu here. So you see here, pretty far north. And so there's no excuse not to bike in any conditions. So there you go. There's my pitch for the day. No excuse not to bike, especially when people are biking at minus 22-degree weather in Oulu, Finland. So there we are. It's news of the day. It's fun. It's different. It's something that we can put together, geography and news. Find out where these places are. So today we went from the north of Iceland and Finland to the Crater of the Diamonds in Arkansas, the Darien in Central America, and in the Middle East in Gaza. So there we are. If you have any suggestions for this game or any thoughts or any comments about any of these news events, let us know in the comments below. With that said, thanks for tuning in. Till next time, cheers.